We have finished the first lesson of geography. We will be starting one more subject, economics. In economics, the first lesson is natural resources. In today's lesson, you will be learning about meaning and types of resources.
Natural resources. So in this lesson, you will be learning about meaning and types of resources, scarcity of resources, ecological footprint, and conservation of resources. Resources. What are resources? Resources are material used by human beings to conduct their economic activities. Which economic activities? Economic activities like production, exchange, and consumption. Natural resources, they are naturally occurring substances and they are valuable in their natural form. We need air in the natural form to breathe. We need water, and even that is useful for the human beings. Minerals are also useful. Minerals like iron ore, manganese, copper, they are useful to human beings. So these come under natural resources and they are naturally occurring substances. These natural resources can be divided into two types. The first one is renewable resources and the second one is non-renewable resources. Renewable resources. The resources that get replenished as we use them. How does this resource get replenished? Nature, through its natural processes, goes on replenishing them, and that also in very short period. And these renewable resources are also called non-exhaustible resources because they never get exhausted. The examples are water, land, forest, air, sunlight and heat. Sunlight is always there. Air is always there, whether it is pure or impure. Forest, though human beings cut down the trees and clear the forest, but it is very easy to grow the forest within a span of 10-15 years. In that area, once again, forests can be grown. Then land and water. The amount of water on the earth is same. Due to human activities, water gets polluted, but the amount is same. The fresh water is getting polluted and some amount of fresh water goes and joins the sea. So this is how, though we face water scarcity, the amount of water on earth is same. It is non-exhaustible. Non-renewable resources. The resources which get depleted as we go on using them. So they are called non-renewable resources. They cannot be created again easily. It is not like that they cannot be created, but it's not at all easy to create. Nature takes millions of years to create these resources. Example, minerals like iron ore, petroleum, natural gas and other things. Now, in last year's geography, you have studied about how petroleum and coal are formed. It takes millions of years for the nature to replenish them. That's why they are called non-renewable resources. The resources can be further divided into biotic and abiotic resources. Already you have studied these topics in your biology. So what is biotic? Biotic resources are the resources which are living organisms. Living organisms, plants, animals, birds, insects, so all come under that. So they form biotic resources. Even plants and animals, they are the resources which are used in many fields. Abiotic resources, the non-living components of nature form abiotic resources. Non-living things, water, soil, minerals, so they form abiotic resources. So these are the different types of resources: exhaustible and non-exhaustible resources, biotic and abiotic resources. Scarcity of resources. What do you mean by scarcity of resources? In ancient economics, you have studied that the wants of human beings are unlimited, but sources are limited. So, due to the increasing wants of human beings, we face the scarcity of resources. And especially, we face the scarcity of non-renewable resources because nature needs millions of years to replenish them. What are the reasons for scarcity of resources? The reasons are as follows. First one is overpopulation. The population of the globe is increasing alarmingly. The earth cannot provide the needs like food, water, air and shelter to all these people. So the resources get exhausted, which leads to scarcity of resources. Second one is growing industrialization. Industries are very important for the economy of a nation. They create employment. They produce the things needed for our day-to-day life. But these industries need raw materials like minerals, water, forest products and other agricultural products. And they need the fuel like coal and petrol. So when the number of industries is increasing, the demand for these raw materials also increases, which leads to scarcity of resources. Next we move to atmospheric pollution. When industries and automobiles burn fuels, the pure air gets polluted because of unwanted gas leads to pollution of the air. Though air is non-exhaustible resource, but getting pure air is very, very difficult. So we face the scarcity of pure air. The next reason is water pollution and land degradation. Due to the various activities of human beings, the waste dumped into the water is really increasing. Especially in the urban areas, waste like hospitals, hospital waste, industrial waste, they are polluting the water, and in the cities like Bengaluru, getting pure water is very, very difficult. So we face the scarcity of pure water in most of the cities. Even the land is getting degraded because of dumping of urban waste. And these urban waste like mercury, they make the land barren. So this is the fourth reason for scarcity of resources. The last one is expanding urban areas. The demand for resources is more in urban areas compared to rural areas. Generation of waste is also high in urban areas. In cities like Bengaluru, pure water is converted into wastewater because of the activities of human beings. River Vrishabhavati, which was the source of clean or pure water, now it has turned highly polluted river because of dumping of waste into it. And nowadays, people are migrating to the cities in search of job, comfort and security. So the number of people, when they are coming to urban areas, the problem of scarcity of resources also increases.